Why would you need that? You know, Craig's just made this thing for the sake of making it. Hey everyone, Stephen here, and in today's video we will be reviewing a trick by Mr. Craig Petty. This is called Cube 52. This is a product that's came out just recently, and I'm going to give you a full detailed breakdown of what's included, what you learn, who this is for, and where this may suit you. So if that sounds interesting, just keep watching. So what is the trick? What is Cube 52? The way that I would describe it is it's a utility device. It is a deck of cards that is multicoloured, that can be combined with a Rubik's Cube to take your Rubik's Cube routine from here to here. Okay, so what do you get? So when the package arrives, you get this little box, and inside the box is a deck of Speed Cuba cards. Now this isn't just a deck of Speed Cuba cards that you get off the market. These have been custom made by Craig and his team to allow a lot of possibilities. First of all, I'll tell you, this is a marked deck. From a distance you can tell what's on the other side. And the deck is basically 6 different colours all mixed in. So this matches up with the colours that are on a Rubik's Cube. So that will allow you to do a multitude of things, plus because it's a deck of cards you can just treat it like a normal deck of cards. As well as that, you get a tutorial link that is 9 hours long. 9 hours. Okay, so the deck of cards, without giving too much away, there is a lot built into this. So first of all, this is what the cards look like. They are printed by the United States Playing Card Company, so you know that they're going to be great quality. As well as that, they are marked on the back, but also they have a one-way marking system as well. What is taught on the download, as I said, it is 9 hours long, which may seem extreme, but when I break down exactly what's included, you know, you're going to be like, that is great value. And that's what I think this is. I think this is value for money. So I've made some notes. They're on my phone. I'm just going to talk you through what's there. So basically, it is broken down into 4 volumes. On volume 1, you have Craig Petty. Volume 2, you have Craig along with Colin Klaus and Kev G. On volume 3, you have Peter Nardi sitting down with Craig talking about mentalism-based applications. And on volume 4, you've got Craig again, just himself. So all 4 volumes are completely different from the other 3, and I'm going to break them down one at a time, let you know what's in each volume. Alright, so in volume 1, Craig will analyse the deck. He'll give you all the information that you need to know about the deck, such as the marking system, how he came up with the idea, all that kind of stuff. Craig then shows you a couple of things with the Rubik's Cube. He teaches you Stephen Brundage's solve. Now, I don't do the Stephen Brundage solve. I do, this is the Takemitsu Yusui version. Well, that means I can't do some of the things that are involved. However, they are very, very small and you could adapt it to suit yourself. So even though he teaches the Brundage solve, you don't need to know exactly how to do that. As well as that, he will show you a variation on the Brundage solve and how to shuffle a deck of cards with a full shuffle. Because sometimes the deck will need to remain in order, so it's good that he's showing you the sleights and how to do that. One of my personal favourite tricks from volume 1, a lot of it is card related, it's a trick called any colour at any number. So this is basically a version of any card at any number, but it's colour. So to give you an idea of how the effect looks, basically they name a number and a colour, you deal to that number, and you get the colour that they're thinking of. It might sound like a simple card routine, but combining it with a Rubik's Cube, you know, maybe having one side solved, and it's the colour they say, you know, I think that's a real miracle. In volume 2, you have Craig, who's joined by Colin Klaus and Kev G. Basically on this volume, they sit and go back and forth with ideas, so Colin will share one and then Kev will share one. As well as that, Colin and Kev G teach a few things. They teach you the 446 solve, which is another Another solve that you can do, it allows you to solve one side very, very quickly. As well as that, they teach you a force on how to force a colour on the cube, and you even learn a false shuffle. In volume 3 of the project, Craig is in the Alakazam studio and he is joined by Peter Nardi. Peter teaches a lot of mentalism based routines with the deck, and one thing that was interesting is he says that it's very similar to an ESP deck, which is great because everybody can associate colours rather than the wavy lines. Like, what do the wavy lines even mean? So there's some great tricks here. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of that kind of magic, so I've only quickly skimmed over it, but I do like the idea of the ESP with the colours. It might be something that I'll maybe go back and look into in future. In volume 4, Craig just teaches everything else that he knows about magic, basically. So Craig shows how you can use some classic card magic plots and apply them to this deck. Craig teaches a few routines like oil and water. He'll do like a reset routine as well. There's 3 routines on this section that I think are absolute killer, and I may possibly do them some point in the future. There is Sleight of Cube, which I think if you present it properly and you perform it properly, it's a great closer to any cube act. Then you have Digital Cube. Digital Cube is something that uses a spectator's phone and leaves them with a picture that is done something amazing, and it is a great marketing opportunity. It has a thing using an Omni Cube, and this is a fantastic closer to any cube act. And that is just a quick breakdown of the 9 hours of content, 9 hours of magic, discussions and ideas using the Cube 52 deck. What is the production quality like? Well, it's great. It's filmed, it's very clear. They use, I believe they're like a DJI microphone, clip-on mic, so everything is quite clear. As well as that, it's shot good. You know, everything can be seen. There's close-ups where you need close-ups. There's over the head shots where you need over the head shots. And it's shot in various locations, which is pretty cool. It's shot in Slights in Bath. It is also shot in the Alakazam studio. And I'm not sure where Kev G and Colin Klaus's segment is shot, but there's some, you know, it's quite a nice looking place. So again, there's no over the top cinematics. As you know, I do love cinematics, but everything's clear. Everything that you need to know is there. Craig's a great teacher. Craig's been teaching magic for years and he's done lectures all over the world, so he knows how to explain a trick. So cons. What are the cons? The first one being there's too much to take in. There's 9 hours of content and tricks with this deck. It's a con, but also a pro, because it means every time you go back to the project, you'll find something new. You'll maybe get a new bit of inspiration, and maybe you'll find something that will slot into the act that you've already built. And that's another thing about this project. There's so much on it. You know, I would say take a day, a couple of hours, go through it, decide what routines you like, watch the performances, and then watch the tutorials. But also watch the bits where they're just talking, because that is probably where most of the best information is. So watch the discussions, absorb that information, and I think that's what is needed to be done with this project. Another thing is there's a lot of procedural tricks such as dealing and things like that, and the deck is going to get grotty, it'll get bent, it'll get warped, just like any deck of cards, but I think these should become available, you know, just as a refill maybe. And another con is it's a deck of cards. What I'm trying to do in my magic is stem away from things that look like playing cards. And with this looking like a deck of cards, some people may still associate it as a deck of cards. But it's all about how you present it and what you say and how you introduce the deck. Alright, so we've came to that part of the show where I tell you my overall rating and thoughts and opinions on this. When this first came out, I watched the trailer and I kind of missed the point in it. I was like, why would you need that? You know, Craig's just made this thing for the sake of making it. And then, for whatever reason, a video came up on YouTube of Craig performing with this deck. It was a performance to Matt, who works for Craig, and he basically just done 20 minutes of magic. And I don't watch a lot of long videos like that. Don't watch long performances. Craig puts that much content out. I kind of stem away from his performances and watch his theory and stuff like that. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a wee look. And I started watching it. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Oh, right. Right, okay, cool. As the video went on and the more tricks that he'd done, I was kind of like, you know what, there is applications with this. I think the applications with this trick and combining them in with a Rubik's Cube, kind of, I don't think it should be the main routine. I think it should be something that's incorporated in the routine. So what I mean by that is, for example, during my close-up cube act, I'm doing a lot of things with the cube, solving it, all that, and then I need to force a side. The way that I've been doing that recently is I've just got the colours written on the back of business cards. I'll bring them out and I'll go, here, just pick one. But I think having the cards and saying, these cards are these cards are basically the colours of each side. There's one card per side. Do me a favour, take one out. It's red, and then going into the routine. I think that may be where I will use this. So that gives me 9 sets of these cards. So overall, I think this is an encyclopedia of magic with cards. It is also an encyclopedia of magic with Rubik's Cubes. And it is an encyclopedia of really combining 2 different elements of magic. So I'm not going to say that this is a good trick, because it's not a trick. It's a utility device. It is a product that you'll incorporate into your act. And I think everybody that buys this will find something of use. I'm definitely going to use the cards the way that I explained it. So, for that reason, I'm going to give this a rating of 10 out of 10! And there we go, that is the Cube 52 review. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you do have this product, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear exactly what you think. And if you have enjoyed the video, give me a wee thumbs up. Click the subscribe button, switch your notification bell on, because every time I post a new video, you'll be notified. I'm now going to spend 9 hours watching every single second of this. I will see you soon.